Hello, this is Gezdog from the Hypergamers. We are doing a special today, and I'm going to be explaining the storyline for COD Zombies. So, yeah, well, basically, the story is like in 1908. There was a everyone's heard of like the Tunguska fireball, which was a meteor that hit and like destroyed everything. But in the story, it's a meteor that crashes in Russia, and it was believed to have element 115 in, which could like bring humans back to life. And there was a scientist called Dr. Maxis, and he had a scientist team called Group 935, and they were tasked of creating an army of super soldiers and like making nuclear technology for the government. And the project was christened Dries, or the Giant. And in his experiments, Maxis used element 115 to create zombies, but the zombies couldn't be controlled as is shown in like Kino the Toten, how in the footages it's like they tried to control them in mind control, but they couldn't do them. They could not use mind control on the zombies, and they went berserk, and every time one went berserk they had to kill them. But while this was going on, Richtofen was testing 115 on actual living test subjects, not dead people, but to create super soldiers at a Siberian facility, which could be where Call of the Dead is set, but I'm not sure. That's my hypothesis. In his experiments, Richtofen used Takeo, Nikolai, and like an unknown Mexican, but unfortunately, Richtofen killed the Mexican by accident and replaced him with Dempsey. Dempsey had recently been captured when he led a Marine recon team to an abandoned asylum to rescue Dr. Peter McKean. He was confirmed in the Black Ops one that he actually was the hanging man in Shinonuma, but they went to rescue Peter McKean, who was an OSS spy. I had no idea who that is. Leave a comment if you know what. And he was sent to infiltrate Group 935. Peter, however, had already discovered, along with Harvey Yena, the testing affected each of the subjects' minds, making Dempsey extremely aggressive, quieting Takeo into only reciting Japanese proverbs, no idea what they are either, and making Nikolai functionless without vodka. Basically, he's an alcoholic. It also had a side effect of erasing the memories, although some still possessed a few memories. Dr. Maxis and other members of it was Dr. Maxis who created the ray gun from 115, and all the wonder weapons were created by 115. Yeah, he got plans sent from him for the ray gun from Shinonuma. Richtofen created the Wunderwaffe DG2 from the 115 and the Monkey Bomb. Maxis promised to mass produce the DG2 for Maxis and like for the army, but his growing affection, he had like a secret love life with like his secretary or other assistant Sophia, and that slowed his progress down and really got Richtofen angry, and then he plotted to overthrow him and take control of Group 935. Maxis also created the 115 powered teleporters, but they would always destroy anything that was sent through them. All of his experiments were done with his assistant, Dr. Richtofen. But then he got his daughter Samantha a pregnant dog called Fluffy. but they used Fluffy as a teleporter test subject. He accidentally created the first hellhound, and since it was pregnant it was able to give birth to loads of other hellhounds. The dog teleported away, went away for a while, and then Samantha, like a day or so, Samantha came running in saying that Fluffy was gone, and then Fluffy magically teleports back from the teleporter. Richtofen, that was like his sort of plot. He goes out, locks the door, shuts them in, and apparently Maxis and Samantha are killed by the hellhound. But Samantha's ghost lives on, as you can tell with everything. Richtofen covered it up and blamed, well, didn't blame anything, but apparently he released the zombies. But there's other rumours that that was actually the hellhound. From all the electricity, cut the power off, and then released all the zombies. Richtofen then took his super soldiers, Dempsey, Takeo, and Nikolai, to Shinonuma. And then after they did everything at Shinonuma, they went to Dariz, which was the headquarters of Group 935. That had been abandoned since the zombie takeover, and the group used Wunderwaffe DG2's 115 to overcharge the teleporter, making it capable of time travel. Richtofen was apparently unaware of this possibility until he tried it. He seems unconcerned that he and his partners had been teleported to an abandoned theatre in Germany in an unknown year. Although he didn't know what year it was, Richtofen knew about this theatre, as it was a place where Maxis would unveil the teleporter to the German High Command. Since Maxis was killed, the theatre was abandoned, so I have no idea why it was abandoned, but yeah. Some time prior to Ascension, Yuri Krzyzewski was transferred to work on sending monkeys into space, hence the monkeys coming down again, but much to his he didn't want to do that, basically. His transfer was caused by his superior Gersh, or who knows, people from the Gersh device, and he really, really hated him. If you hear the radio messages in it, Yuri notices the teddy bear and the Matryoshka dolls and wonders how a child could be let into a station. The child, who is Samantha, we obviously know because there's only one child in the zombies thing, a child slowly drives Yuri insane. Yuri, in a state of insanity, finishes the Gersh device, or it would have been something called something else, and has Gersh activated it, letting in the zombies and trapping Gersh. Yuri soon realises his mistake and is screaming at the end of the last recording. So, obviously, he died. While the events of Ascension are occurring in Russia, events 5 are also unfolding in the Pentagon. A piece of intel reveals that all the Wunderwaffe materials were moved to an American controlled installations. As far as a mainframe is visible behind one of the windows in 5, it is apparent that it is moved as per this order. While JFK, Robert McNamara, Fidel Castro, Richard Nixon are negotiating, zombies break into the Pentagon with only 4 of them left to fight. While fighting, the red telephones were used to call the people Ascension, Nikolai, Dempsey, Richtofen, Takeo. Well, that's it for this part. The next part shouldn't be so long, but thank you for listening, and please subscribe.